I'm going to show you really quickly how you can assign students to intervention sessions that you're having during WIN time. First, you'll go to the WIN Wal link that has been provided to you, and then you're going to log in with your username and password. We will be using our e-passwords for this system. And when you log in, yours will look similar to this, but a little different because I've got a few more tabs being on the WIN committee, but everyone will have the tab that says Assign Students. And so you're going to be searching for the particular students that you need to assign. Now, there is an option for students to request sessions from you, and we can show you how to work that later. But for the majority of us, we will be going through and finding and assigning particular students to come and see us for an intervention session. So for this, we're going to do a pretend session just so I can show you how it works. And I'm going to say that the student that I need for this session is Ellie Prim. So when I'm typing in her name, I can type in her first name or her last name, and it will pop up and it will show me her full name. The issue that you may run into is if you type faster than the database can search, it may not show up as any student. So when I type in Ellie Prim's name, it's not going to show me her name because I didn't include her middle name. So it's better just to type first or last. So we're going to go ahead and click Ellie's name, and this is what her calendar looks like. This is a great opportunity for you to see if students have been assigned other WIN sessions from teachers. Remember, these are not enrichment sessions. These are items that they need in order to be a successful student. So we're going to pretend that I need to see Ellie on the 31st of July. So when I click on that date, you're going to see her name. You're going to see the date written in a super weird format, which is fine, but this is July 31st. And then I need to type in my name. Similar to the searching for students, you'll want to type in either your first or last name. So as you can see, when I type in, I get a choice of my name or Miss Renfro's. So I'm going to click my name, and I'm going to say that we're going to be doing an intervention session over adaptations. For this, I then have these options at the bottom. We're not going to mess with selecting anything other than full day. The other options are designed more for the high school where they have an hour-long session, but for us, we'll just assume that all students will be with us the entire WIN period. So when I do this, I can click Add, and if I give it a second, it's going to show up on Ellie's calendar on July 31st. The most important thing for you to realize is that you're not finished here. If you just then go to add another student, it has not saved Ellie's calendar. So I have to actually go over here and click Submit, and then it will say the assignment is saved successfully. So when it looks like this, it's no longer green, it's now turned to blue, and that means that Ellie can now see exactly what she has assigned for that WIN day. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what it's going to look like on Ellie's calendar. So I'm going to log in with her information, and as a reminder, this is not like illegal or anything since she is my own child. So I'm going to pause the video for a second, log out, and then I will start up again as soon as I am ready to log in as Ellie. Okay, now I'm going to pretend to be Ellie. And what we'll have all students do at the very beginning of WIN time is to log into the WIN Wal system and just have the calendar displayed up on their screen. That way you can quickly kind of look around and see if a student needs to actually leave your classroom to go to that intervention session. I know that sometimes students would prefer not to do that extra work, and so this is a quick, easy way for you to check to see where students need to be. So when Ellie would log in, she will log in with just her regular school information. And this will be what she sees. So again, looks very similar to mine. She doesn't have the ability to edit anything, but she can see that she has been assigned a WIN session on the 31st of July. There is then an easy way for her to kind of scroll through and see what she's already been assigned or what she has coming up. A lot of times, though, what teachers will notice is that maybe I need to see Ellie on the 31st, but it isn't my priority week. So maybe it actually is for math. And so the math teacher may see that I've already assigned Ellie a session, but technically, since it's their week, they should be able to see her as a priority over me. They would then just maybe send me a quick email and say, hey, look, I already saw that you've assigned Ellie, but I really need to see her for math. Could you please, delete that request? And then as soon as I do that, that math teacher would then be able to go through and add Ellie as a person that they need to see for their intervention session. Another feature that students will find useful is they have the ability to request a session with you. So if they know they are that you are hosting a session, they can go into their WIN Wal calendar, and so they can then click the date. They can type in your name, and they can request your session. So let's say that we're going to be doing another adaptation session. And I click add. So here it shows for Ellie that she's requested a session, but it isn't blue yet. So that just means there's a request out there, and it hasn't been confirmed or denied yet by the teacher. On the teacher end, after a student has sent you a request, it will show up on your WIN Wal system. So I'm going to log back in as a teacher. And remember, I will see a few more options than you will see. So I'm going to adjust the time here. And this is what it would look like for you as a teacher. It will just show a student and that they've requested an assignment from you for an intervention session. So for this, I can click allow, and it will say, do you really want to accept this assignment? You click yes, and now you know that you can also see Ellie on the 26th, as well as the date that you had requested to see that student. So this is just kind of a quick overview of what the WIN Wal system would look like. And remember, this is only for intervention sessions. If you are offering more of an enrichment or an extension of what you're working on in the classroom, those would still be done with the stamps in their agendas.